very well. This is the Crossbow Sorceress with enchant. Let's start with the weapon. I use the Colossus Crossbow brand. I did roll that weapon myself many seasons ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. And that's the only brand that I ever rolled on ladder. It was a superior base, and luckily it went past the cap, past the 340% that it is meant to be as perfect roll. So when I saw that and realized how much physical damage output I would have, I told myself I have to use it, I have to build a character for it. I did test this build with the brand Honeyword on a blade bow, on a shadow bow, on a demon. What's the name? Demon crossbow. I have one here. Demon crossbow. It works. It hits faster. It hits nicely, but you will never have the physical output that a Colossus crossbow can give you, and that's the fun fury crafting of this build, as I can see, as I can tell, as I think about it. If you want to have a good physical damage output, you will not hit fast. If you want to hit fast, you will not have the greatest casting breakpoints. It's a puzzle, and your own touch to the puzzle is the choices. So back to the gear. I went with Viper Magi. It is an upgraded perfect version with 13 magic damage reduced, where I inserted the only perfect duo that I ever found of increased attack speed and attack rating. I forgot the name of the mod. By the time that I found it, I did not realize how rare this duo is. I must have found it like 4 years ago, minimum. And so far, I did not found nothing close. I do have at ladder currently one IAS duo with 80 attack rating, which is also very good. And I did not find it. I was gifted, so that shows how rare this duo is. But I did not regret one bit, because it complements the build very nicely. I do need IAS, I do need attack rating, I do need the casting that only this armor can give. I can't see this build working with another choice of armor, of body armor. And the magic damage reduced is overlooked most of the times. It is a great mod. Resistance, of course, is important, so this is the way to go. I use the Crown of Ages, which is ladder only. Mine is not that high, but it's a hard eating to get, so I'm okay with that. It gives me faster hit recovery. IAS with the jewels, the plain jewels that I inserted on it. Someday, if I acquire a fantastic row Crown of Ages, I'll make sure to put good modded IS jewels. If you are not pre-buffing, this helmet is good because it has skills, and you need skills for the enchant damage. If you are pre-buffing, it's more of all resistance 2-socket helmet, period. So you can even go with a nice jeweler helm with life, with jeweler of, what's the name of that, of damage reduction one? Life everlasting wouldn't be that bad. High Lord for deadly strike, IS and skills. Of course, lightning resistance is important, since without it I do not cap my resist. I'm using one Ravenfrost here for cannot be froze. I like the Ravenfrost on the right side. I'm using one Ravenfrost for cannot be froze. Sadly, not the highest attack rating. I do want to upgrade it someday, but good enough for now. One faster cast rate with minimal damage for that physical output, a little bit of attack rating, life leech, and resistance. That's not a bad ring at all. However, before I die someday, I do wish to roll a casting blood ring with higher life leech. So far this is the only life leech spot that I showed. That is why I went with the Nosferatu's coil, because I not only need more life leech, but this is the only of 2 belts that packs IAS, and I needed to hit the best breakpoint for the weapon, which is 95% without a faith mercenary, which I do not use. My mercenary is using the infinity. By the way, nice F Thrasher. I like this base, it's fast. And with that said, I hit the necessary breakpoint with the gloves, that I went with laying off hands for damage to demons, IAS, and most of all the fire resistance, because without it I'm screwed. So unless I want to be a niche cow farming only bow sorcerer, which I do not do, I wish to be a overall farming character, I want my resistance capped. Gore Riders instead of Goblin Toes, I mispronounced it, Goblin Toes, because I find the open wounds very important. You can kill tough monsters in a tough spot with that mod only, and the running is important. Recently I started to realize that although I teleport all the time, the running for the kiting and making it a little bit safer is important. That's why I went with 2 so far, 2. I plan on getting more. Running fire skillers, CTA, call to arms on the second hand. Sadly not a 6 to battle warders. I am squishy. I went all Vita not to be that squishy. Previously I experimented putting lots of dexterity points for even harder hitting damage on the bow, which does works and does gives me better leech, but I was squishy. So unless I get it 40 plus skillers, which I won't get anytime soon, I need that max Vita for now. Once I acquire, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 about 40 life Grand Charmers with fire skills, I'll token and have more points in dexterity. I know that it is a good call because I kind of tested it already. So as you can tell, I have 2 faster hit recovery skillers to hit the breakpoint of 86. I do have 30 here, plus 24, 54. I use faster hit recovery small charms with resistances, so 20, 54, 64, 74, 84, 89, which crosses the 86 breakpoint. But this one, all of my small charms are not perfect, so they make my resistance cap, but not as a cold element one. If someday I trade for 3 total 11 cold resistance with faster hit recovery, I'll have everything capped. That is doable, that may happen. I have found that those type of charms, dual modded charms in the past, so I think it is something that will happen. Cold is not the most important resistance to cap, and 70 is not low, so I'm okay the way things are right now. Very big resistance and heals, very big resistance torch, and I think I went through all the gear. With 30 here, 30 faster cast rate. and 10 here, I hit the 37 breakpoint, which is key. If I didn't hit this breakpoint, I would teleport so slowly, and I am squishy, so I think it wouldn't work very much. I would be more of a running sorceress and would start using things like Immortal King boots for best walking and attack rating bonus or something like that, which is not a bad call, not at all. You can't go with Immortal King boots and gloves with this build, so you get, I think you get IAS, I don't know by heart, but I think you do, and great attack rating, the same as I have on my armor, so it would be even if I was using plain dual here. I'm getting besides the point. So I do enjoy free crafting some builds, especially this one, which has a window of so many options. So what do I use this build for? Not only calc farming, but mostly Act 5 caves. That's the place where most monsters have the lowest fire resistance of all, no immunes, and it's a different scenario, I would call it, because farming Chaos Sanctuary and Throne all the time is tedious, and I don't do it. I do farm Act 2, I do farm Act 1, and so on, even Act 3. Let's see it for a bit. Oh, I forgot to mention that you can also use this build as a Enchantress only with pre-buff gear. So plus 3 Elm, plus 3 armor, plus 1 glove, plus plus 3 amulet, plus 1 ring, plus 1 ring, plus 1 belt, and after battle orders, I'm lagging. Oh, that's lag. Okay, I went back to the chest and get my. Oh, I did not cast it because I do not have the necessary dexterity the way I was. So I should have casted it earlier. Oh god, oh boy. Who gives me dexterity here? Ravenfrost. So Ravenfrost, that's troublesome. I just tokened it, so I did not know I would be going for that. I had more dexterity points before, so now I have it here. It's not bugged or something. Bucatus. Okay. Now I put the enchant stick, which is only plus 4. Sadly, it can be plus 5 or even plus 6. Since as you can tell, plus 3 to fire skills, and of course it could be plus 3 to enchant. Right now, I have a level 52. Enchant. It could have 2 more, so it can become 54. Let's get that damage through the roof. Shalan as well. Okay, let's get things back as they were. I have 1.3k seconds, which is past 20 minutes. More than enough time to do everything you might do as a farming character, for sure. So it is kind of a pain to do all that pre-buff, but for over 20 minutes I think it is fine. It's not like you are going to use this character all the time, every day, all the time, in making lots of games. I don't think so. But even if you do, 20 minutes is sure a lot of time. So you gotta be careful not to cast enchant by accident after you did all that pre-buff. Believe me, you will do it sooner or later. You will commit that mistake. It's normal. Don't be sad. Go back in town and recast with all the pre-buff gear. My official final damage is 18k through 21k, so as you can tell, not the worst teleport famous on the world. 37 breakpoint is nice. I lag, but it's another issue. Charm and duel. I don't even have magic find, so that's lucky. Crafting duel, crappy charm. So let's, as you can tell, I forgot to mention on the skills. Did I mention skills? I don't know. I think I did not. I maxed enchant, warmth and mastery, of course. Every build does that. I maxed static because it has a gigantic radius. When you are in a tough spot, it is handy, and against immunes that cannot be broken by the conviction aura from the mercenary. And one hard point to get my defense up to 3k. The rest of the points in teleport to get even lower mana cost. I have it with mana cost of 3. Since I do not have mana leech anywhere, I only have 2 mana per kill on the belt. This is not an issue because with max warmth, with a level 35 warmth, I replenish the teleport that I use really fast and nice. My physical damage is 400 to 800 if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out on a cow session. I don't remember if this character killed King or not. I think it didn't, so let's get out of there. I used a potion by accident. My teleport is not that good, so I cannot cast on top of the mobs as I were a Nova Sorcerer, because I am not. I am squishy. I have 1.5k life. No! Shawa, don't die! Physical immune. 1.k life is not a lot. For a sorcerer, this kind of nice, especially a build that requires so much of so many different things like this one. I kind of run okay, not as fast as an Amazon, but not as slow as a source could be. I am kind of too hitting the counts, as I can tell. The mercenary does not help because I need the conviction aura to be in effects to 2-hit kill or even oh god, I misclicked it. 2-hit kill or even 1-hit kill the cows, but when the mercenary is on top of the cows, it starts hitting them. So I cannot double check if I am 1-hit killing, 2-hit killing, or the mercenary is taking part. However, I do need him to be close for the aura to proc, so I need to teleport on top of them, which is not a problem. I can teleport easily. It's not troublesome, not at all, but it's hard to test what is really happening. As you can see, this mob that was not with the conviction aura took like 3 or even 4 hits to die. I do need the infinity. I cannot experiment Faith Mercenary no matter how fast I hit. That is not an option. And my physical damage output is not bad. I can hit the fiery moons. I'm looking for a boat, a pack of boats, and I'm not seeing only arrows Okay. I think that wraps it. It is enough. So I think you can make all the comments you want, make suggestions, subscribe, and ask around, say how you do it. I know people do not do it the way I am doing it, with that base choice of bow. I know it is not the best in slot, but I do know it is very fun to handle. Feels quite unique, feels fun, which is the ultimate goal. So see you all, God bless. Thank you for watching till the end, for those who have done so. Subscribe!